Let us see about forceps delivery in today's video. Hi friends, I am Dr. Karamat. This is Scientific Doctor channel. In this channel, health medicine related explanations are provided via simple videos which are released every week. If you want to see such videos, kindly subscribe to this channel, and if you have any topics to be covered via such videos, mentioned in the comments below. I'll try to include them in subsequent weeks. Today's video is about forceps delivery or assisted vaginal delivery, as it should be better known as. You know, delivery or labor is a complex process, the timing of which has to be perfectly initiated. Now, in concern with the baby, the uterus, the mother, everything has to go in sync. And this complex process, the baby's head has to descend into the pelvis of the mother, has to undergo rotations and changes, and has to come out without any problem to the baby as well as to the mother. Now, God or nature, however you may call it, has designed this beautiful process. But this beautiful but equally complex process can go wrong in many steps. So, whenever it goes wrong, humans have always tried to interfere and make it easy. One such method is an assisted vaginal delivery, where you can assist via the instrument called forceps or vacuum cups or ventos. So both these are basically aiding the vaginal delivery. The delivery is happening because of the mother's uterus contractions only, but we are aiding the delivery in the last stage through these forceps. The blades of this instrument is now slided into the mother's vaginal cavity and along the sides of the head of the baby, and when the mother in the next contraction tries to expel the baby, at that time these forceps are helping in delivering the baby. So it's not like the baby is plucked out of the mother's abdomen, but it is aiding. The same way can be done through a vacuum cup, or otherwise called as ventos. So the baby head can be attached to this vacuum cup, and the baby can be gently taken out when the mother is contracting or the mother's uterus is contracting. So this is called assisted vaginal delivery. So when should it be used? When the labor is not progressing. The baby's head has come into the pelvis, but the labor is not progressing for a longer duration than what was intended. Then you may need to assist. Again, the baby shows signs of distress in the form of heart rate going up or going down. That means the baby is not tolerating the rigors of labor. Then again, you may have to assist. The mother is not suitable for a prolonged labor. The mother has a cardiac condition, the mother has increased BP, the mother has a lung problem. Any of these things will preclude a difficult and prolonged labor. The mother cannot strain, so you may assist. So all these, or sometimes the baby's position is different, so that's why you need assistance. So all these call for assisted vaginal delivery, which can be in the form of forceps or ventos or vacuum cup. Previously, we used to have high forceps, mid forceps and all. What commonly nowadays used is only a low or an outlet forceps. So this is just bringing out the baby or helping the baby. The mother is actually delivering via natural. We are just helping the baby come out. Okay. Are there any problems due to this? Compared to a normal vaginal delivery, definitely there is an increased risk of mother having small injuries like vaginal tears or the episiotomy. There is a suture or there is a cut made in the vaginal introitus of the mother, which may have to be stitched. So your recovery might be slightly prolonged. Or because of the vaginal tear, because of the injuries, you may have incontinence of the bladder or the motion, feces. So you can have urinary incontinence or fecal incontinence after a delivery, especially after an assisted vaginal delivery. I am not saying these are only exclusive only to this forceps delivery. It can even happen to normal vaginal delivery, but the incidence is slightly more for these complications following assisted vaginal delivery. Okay. For the baby, you may have forceps marks, but these are usually temporary. Similarly, you can have, because of the vacuum cup, you may have a bulge on the forehead called chignon, which again disappears on its own. You can have bleeding below the skin called cephalhematoma, which can result in increased jaundice. Mind you, jaundice can happen to all babies, but this can result in slightly increased jaundice which may require treatment. Rarely you may have injuries over the head or the face region of the baby. So these are the risks associated with forceps delivery. So what is the other alternative? So many a times you may use cesarean section if you think somehow the baby is distressed, or you should not subject the mother to such hardships. But remember, this is not obsolete. Still, this can be used judiciously by experienced obstetricians if you time it perfectly. So you can avoid a much more complicated, bigger operation, a surgical operation, by simply helping through a forceps or a vacuum cup. So this is definitely not obsolete, but we are much worried about this. So that's why many a times whenever this is explained to parents, they choose cesarean section. But if done expertly at the appropriate time, this can help in avoiding a bigger surgical operation. Hopefully this video would have explained about forceps delivery and vacuum cups. If you like this video, share it among your friends and relatives. If you want to see such videos, subscribe to this channel. Till we meet again, bye.